So hi everyone, it's Gretchen again, and today I want to talk about handling objection or the service no. Um, no one likes to be told no. I'm sure you don't. I know I certainly don't. And it just, when you are told no to something that you want, that little child kind of comes out in you and says, well, no, I want it. And there are different ways that you can be told no without being negative, without it sounding like a door being slammed in your face. And I want to talk about those now, because you don't want to give your the passengers or your whoever it is that you're talking to, you don't want to give them a negative experience. And so, giving a service no involves a few steps to keep in mind. One of those steps is, first of all, hear them out. Let them feel heard. If they're not feeling heard, that will turn them off so quickly. And they will not want to use American Express or Travelocity or whichever company that you're representing. They will not want to use that again if they feel like they're not being heard. Again, this is where your active listening skills come into play, and listen to the objection and paraphrase. If I'm hearing you correctly, this option won't work for you because, or you want this option because. And it can go a long way if they feel like they're being heard. So that is one of the first steps, is to let them hear them out. Ask, don't tell. Ask questions as to why they want that option. Ask as to why the options you're giving them won't work. Do not give any knee-jerk reactions or steamroll over them. Again, this shows that you're not listening and you are being insensitive to their concerns. And again, which will turn them off faster than you can say no. So again, this involves listening and validating their concerns. However, outright, if they're asking for an option that you just simply cannot give, still hear them out. You would want to be heard. So the same goes for them. Again, listen with empathy. Be empathetic to their situation. Say, I understand that the options I gave you will cut your trip short by 1 day, or your trip is being impacted by this. And the option that you're asking for will lessen the blow and will make things more convenient for you. Again, respond with empathy and tell them that you're on their side and you understand what it's like to be in their shoes. Again, you may have had to say no several times in the course of your shift. No, this is not possible. No, we can't do this. However, for most of the people calling in, that's the first time they're hearing no. So treat every no as if it's the first time. And be as sincere as possible, and try to find options as much as possible. Again, they want to know that you are helping them, that you're trying to help them. However, to keep in mind, if you say no off the bat, saying no can also give an impression that you're not willing to help find a solution to their problem. And that, again, is something that's going to be very off-putting and very negative to the caller or the customer. I will just give some examples, good and bad, as to what we're talking about, what would be a bad service no, and what would be a good service no. The first example of a bad service no would be, that option is not available. You need to choose from the options that I gave you. Now, how does that sound to you? No, that option is not available. You need to choose from the options that I gave to you. It sounds very abrupt, it sounds very negative, and it sounds like I'm accusing the other person of not paying attention to what I told them, which is not the case. You don't want to be accusatory, and you don't ever want to be negative. example of a good service no to this situation would be, I really wish that I could give you the option you're asking for, and I have been looking. I've looked to see if I could find one for you. However, unfortunately, these are the only options that I can give you, and I apologize for the inconvenience. That sounds a little better. The next bad example would be, no, we don't process refunds over the phone. Your PNR will have to be queued. Again, that's very negative, abrupt response. Again, you want to change that to, I would love to be able to process this refund for you. However, we will need to wait until this call is over and then we can process it. So that sounds much better. Always be empathetic. Always be understanding of the situation and help in the best way that you can. The best way to say no is not to say no. Don't start off with a no. Start out with a, I would love to help you. I wish I could help you. I wish that option was available. However, these are the only options that I can find for you right now. So those are my bits of information regarding a service no and handling objections. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me, and thank you very much.